This is the Cool Minds Podcast.
Alright. So welcome back once again to another episode of the Kulay Himes Podcast. HAYMZ to the pod, CAST. And another segment na naman tayo dito ng Makx Extension, no introductions needed. Second time dito sa ating podcast, Maki, all the way from down under. Guesting once again, and kung uhulaan nyo kung ano topic natin tonight, simple lang. Kung si Maki ang guest, mataas ang chance na Boston ang topic natin. And that is exactly what we'll be talking about tonight. The Boston-Cleveland series. So, obviously, yan, all smiles si paring Maki dahil his Celtics is up 2-0, holding home court against the King. Wag na nga nating sabihing against the Cleveland Cavaliers kasi si LeBron lang naman talaga yung kalaban nila. So lamang 2-0 ang Boston kay LeBron, no? And the rest of the Cavaliers. Let's just put it that way. Si Kevin Love. Sige, bigyan natin ng konting bilang si Kevin Love. LeBron and Kevin lang muna. Wala pan Love kasi game 2 lang siya nagpakita. Game medyo and kulang pa din. Anyway, so yun nga, we'll just talk about maybe the first 2 games. Ano yung nakita mo that gave the edge to Boston in those first 2 games? Kasi line-wise, again, lagi ko naman binabanggit, Vegas odds-wise, actually, Boston, dehado pa nga sila coming in. They even with home court advantage, hindi talaga binibigyan siguro ng respect. Wala pang respect na binibigay sa pangalan nitong Boston Celtics.
Can't earn any love yung Boston.
Oo no ano wala parang siguro talagang hindi pa nila na po-prove or I guess kulang pa. I don't know kung ano pang kailangan nilang gawin. But going back, no, you were able to watch the 2 games. Yeah. And ano yung nakita mo specifically that yun nga, gave Boston the edge for at least yung 2 games sa Boston?
Yeah, coming in kasi I think yung best way, even if you look at yung first 2 series against Pacers and Toronto, parang best chance mo is to try to limit everyone else as parang oversimplification siya. Kasi nga, magaling naman sila yung playmaking na LeBron. Pero as much as possible, I think that you have to make him yung primary scorer talaga. Na yung, pag tinignan mo, even sa Toronto games, it just seems na sobrang blowout kasi sweep. Pero pag tinignan mo yung games na dumikit yung Toronto, yun yung games na yung fade away game ni LeBron, yung
yung talagang wala eh. I mean,
you give yourself a chance eh. Kasi ang ayaw mo sa Cleveland is to give them a chance na to get si J.R. Smith, si Kevin Love, si Korver engaged. Kasi pag ganun, juggernaut na yung offense ng Cleveland. So I think in that sense yung Boston did the job na try to turn LeBron into a jump shooter. Kasi tinitingnan mo stats, pag inano mo, yung na-limit nila yung drives ni LeBron. And at the same time, yung discipline na still being able to rotate, recover ng Cleveland. And yun yung parang yung joke nga parang mas nami-miss pa ng Cleveland si Kyrie than Boston does. Kasi I think yun isa naging concern nila na they really lack a secondary scorer na it's not even a scorer, a ball handler lang. Kasi pag tinignan yung pinag-usapan natin nung sa chat natin nung towards I think that was game 1. Game 2.
Game 2 yata yun. Yeah.
Good. Pahinga na sa depensa eh. May isang play na he was in the lane guarding no one, tapos wide open 3 si Rozier sa corner. So wala, yung typical na taas kamay, pero hindi naman
habol, tamang masabi lang.
Sabi lang naman. So yun yung na parang I think they won't mention it, pero may effect yung na uminit si LeBron nung first quarter.
Oh,
Pero
sobrang beast mode siya noon ng first quarter. Talagang siya lang halos sumor dun sa Cleveland during that time eh. Tapos lahat nahuhulog talaga. And akala mo nga magso-snowball na throughout the whole ball game. Although he did got slowed down dun sa para may next sprain yata siya na umupo siya for a while. And I think that's also the time na nag-make ng run yung Celtics. But all in all, parang they just weathered the storm. Okay, alam naman nila lalabas talaga tong si LeBron na may angst kasi 'di ba? First game, tinambakan sila, medyo napahiya. So, alam mong hindi naman papayag, LeBron won't take it sitting down. Pero yun nga, hindi lang na-sustain yun nga, depensa baka doon na lang din siya bumabawi, pumipetics dahil alam niya naman pagdating ng opensa, the offense really revolves around him, and even if gusto niyang magbigay ng opportunities to other people, so far wala rin eh. Wala ring supporting cast talaga na matino. Walang even kahit na nga hindi na scorer eh, kahit na nga hindi na yung tipong makashoot. Kahit yung tipong ano lang, makapag-playmake lang, yung makapag-create lang, yung at least penetrate, makapag-react man lang yung depensa, tapos hindi si LeBron yung yung nag-create, di ba? Pero even that, wala eh. So far, yung mga guardian nila, George Hill, even Jordan Clarkson off the bench, so far, hindi pa rin nagiging effective.
I can't believe I'm saying this, pero baka nga dapat mas linaro pa si Clarkson. Pero kasi at least merong someone na who's willing to yun nga, to at least penetrate.
Oh, tsaka titira yun. Titira talaga yun. Pero sa totoo lang, ewan ko kung anong effect din ni LeBron when it comes to his new teammates. Kasi this is a relatively new team. Talagang, di ba, in middle of the season, there were a lot of new pieces that came in. So, hindi pa rin sila sobrang nagkakaamuyan. And I have this feeling, ewan ko, kapag nanonood lang ako din, pinanonood ko yung at least some of the parts of the game, parang nahihiya silang magkamali or natatakot silang magkamali dahil yari ako kay LeBron kapag na-turnover ko to. O kaya, pag tumira ako tapos or naagawan ako or para sa akin yung play tas nagmintis tas na fast breakan kami, alam mo yun, parang bigay ko na lang kay LeBron, oy, kunwari offensive rebound, hanapin ko na lang si LeBron, tas LeBron, ikaw na bahala, parang Mark Abadia offense eh.
Yung effect nun pag nakita mo yung last few plays ng fourth quarter ng game 2, ang daming ganun yung mga pinilit na pasa para mabalik kay LeBron yung bola eh.
Parang ang first instinct ng mga tao is kailangan ko ibalik yung bola kay LeBron kasi siguro yun nga, baka syempre best player mo nga naman yun, but yung mentality na tipong diskarte mo na to tas tingnan na lang natin kung saan ako papasok versus yung maging assertive sila na hindi, basa na si LeBron eh, baka pwedeng ako naman yung gumawa ng sarili kong diskarte tas let's see kung paano magre-react yung depensa.
Oh, yun nga. I think yun yung parang gift and curse of playing with LeBron. Na you have that person na can play make. Pero kasi pag tinignan mo, si Kyrie was able to do that sa Cleveland. Kasi may may blessing ni LeBron. So, yung tinignan players ngayon, it's mostly new players, di ba? Mostly new, yun na, it's basically a new team eh. Na lahat, parang may certain amount of deference pa kay LeBron. Na parang, pag kailangan si LeBron yung magdadala sa amin. And yeah, and it affects everything. Masyadong pag tiningnan mo yung type ng players that they have, like si J.R. Smith, and the likes of sila George Hill, sila Kyle Korver, si Clarkson. It's mainit kung mainit.
Streaky.
Pero pag it's all streaky. Tas ang problema sa kanila, it affects their defense on the other side, yung effort on the other side.
Pagka maalat sa opensa, parang medyo kulang na rin sa gana when it comes to the defensive end.
And you can see it na yung adjustment, 'di ba, sinasabi lahat, Lou's probably gonna make this adjustment to play Thompson as the center, 'di ba? Although start pa rin nila si Kevin Love, pero more significant minutes si Thompson. Pero pag tinanong yung net effect nun, hindi naman lumamang sa rebound, offensive rebounds. And yung mga ganong bagay, parang from Boston's perspective, okay, wala tayong magagawang adjustment for that kasi ayaw mo namang ibabad si Vince kasi it clogs up the offense. Ano lang, it's a matter of mas babox out lang, mas ano lang, and na-manage nila.
So, 2 minutes lang naman para lang mapahinga yung Horford kapag pinapasok mo yung Baines. Pero, yeah, I mean, so, I guess, we talked about how Boston was able to, make their game plan or apply their game plan on managing LeBron, letting him score, keeping the others in check. So, balik na rin naman natin and try to be as objective as you can na lang na kung ako si Cleveland, what do you see na pwede nilang gawing adjustment? Aside from, of course, we expect more energy, we expect more production from the bench or the role players dahil nasa home court na nila for game number 3. Pero, generally speaking, Ty Lue, ano yung pwede niyang i-try dito? Kasi obviously, kung anong ginawa niya in games 1 and 2 wasn't, especially game 1, wasn't really as effective. Yung game 2, kahit papano, they were there, nagkabitawan lang sa dulo, pero you could see na at least on the first half, lamang pa sila doon. Hindi pa, gumana yung game plan niya or gumana yung adjustments niya. But all in all, what can you do kung ikaw yung Cleveland to at least get game 3 or at least ma-bridge mo yung gap na parang basang-basa na sila ni Celtics right now How do you disrupt that?
Oh, I think one is yung start picking up the pace. Isa doon sa parang naging adjustment, binigyan ng minutes si Nance na nagtaka nga ako ba't linaba siya kaagad Kasi he was at new effort plays and he's someone that he can get going after a miss. Ganun, para makaantak ba sila. Kasi pag dinala naman yung pace nila, parang something like 13 points lang sila, fast break points lang over 2 games. Which is below for them. Kasi usually parang mga 12 yata sila per game na fast break. Although, yun nga, ang nun is, it starts with LeBron Kung ma-expend na yung energy ni LeBron na first quarter pa lang, nakailang fadeaway 3 na siya.
Tao pa rin naman yan. Tao pa rin naman yan. As much as, kahit kalabaw, napapagod din.
Yeah, siguro yun. That's one
Pasok
thing.
si Nance, pick up the pace, look for more fast break opportunities.
Yeah. Kasi yung mga drive, yung typical nila na play na sasaksak si LeBron tas kick out. It becomes exponentially more difficult pag nakaset na yung Boston. Against a team like Boston, ang depensa. Titingnan mo yung may mga plays sila na they try to exploit yung mismatch na magsi-switch sila. So they get let's say Marcus Smart or Rozier on Kevin
LeBron.
Love
Or Kevin Love, yeah.
Magano sila sa poposte si Kevin Love naturally. Meron silang mga play na ginagawa na biglang yung nasa weak side corner. Magsaswap kay Marcus Smart kay Rozier bigla. Which is possible lang kasi lumalaban si Smart or si Rozier. I mean, nade-deny nila yung bola long enough to make that switch.
Yep.
So, if they pick up the pace, start getting into their action earlier, I think mas mas makaka-score sila. Kasi, parang ngayon, it's either LeBron, may binabasa actually, na parang, on all other attempts na hindi si LeBron yung pumasa, they're shooting 26%, 9 of 35 over the 2 games. So, it's really yung offense nila all through LeBron. And pag
kung parati mong kailangang ibalik kay LeBron or kailangan siya yung mag-facilitate, then, yun nga, yung depensa, alam ko na lahat manggagaling dito sa taong to. So, likely, yung game plan din talaga nila is, so kung dito tayo atakihin, then ito yung gagawin natin. It's yung kumbaga yung combinations kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari, sobrang limited na dahil nga alam mo naman sa isang tao lang talaga manggagaling yung opensa. So,
to do that against Brad Stevens, may hirapan ka kasi binigyan mo ng chance na makapag-adjust siya na makapag-adjust. Mahirapan ka na talagang maka-set up ng opensa mo.
Agree. And yun nga, I think yung depensa talaga nila is tailored that way na alam nila na si LeBron lang naman magke-create dito. Yun nga, kung magtititira yan, fade away, 3-pointers and whatnot, yung mga low percentage shots na mukhang high percentage kasi si LeBron yung kumukuha, you'll take it. Pero parang, ewan ko, hindi rin sustainable. Yun nga, na fatigue din tong si LeBron at the end of the game, and eventually dun sila tinambakan talaga. What other adjustments in terms of tawag mo dito, aside from picking up yung pace, yun nga, maybe obvious naman na kailangan mag-step up din nung ibang role players, but if ikaw si Ty Lue, bigyan natin ng konting props si Ty Lue, kasi si Brad Stevens laging sinasabi kapag malakas yung Boston, pero pagka malakas yung Cleveland, nag-champion na nga yung Cleveland, wala pa rin nakukuhang respeto tong si Ty Lue, no? But if you're Ty Lue, what other maybe matchups or switch ba ng starting five ang gagawin mo to counteract?
Ako for me, parang it still boils down to getting yung best offensive na lineup nila doon. So, I think parang kailangan mo pa rin nasa 5 si Kevin Love. Kasi yun yung nakakapag-unlock talaga yung offense. Although kasi yun yung mahirap naman with Kevin Love is siya naman yung ipipick on defense.
Medyo liability siya sa depensa.
Yeah. So yun yung parang kailangan lang, I think that you need, I think yun putting in Nance siguro, or si Osman, kasi si Osman at least two-way. Yun na parang pag tiningnan mo ngayon, yun na yung yun na yung game sa NBA. It's not about parang yung having the best player na lang. It's about having the least amount of parang things that you can exploit dun sa lineup.
Lalo na tong playoffs kasi you're playing the same team.
Exactly.
Diba? Throughout the course of 7 games.
So yun, I think siguro probably put in Nance, or kung mag-go big, go with someone like Nance. Although si Tristan Thompson, I think still nung start nga ng game, I think si Thompson was doing well against si
Horford.
Again, diba? Yun talaga. Kaya lang problema mo kasi nga, na mamak up yung opensa nila eh. Kasi walang gagawin si Thompson sa offense eh. Siguro maybe yun yung isang adjustment na go back to yung mga ginagawa nila before na LeBron and Thompson na pick and roll. Diba? Instead of having LeBron trying to go in for 4 shots. Makapag-pick and roll siya with Thompson again. So at least it's a different offense na parang kailangan mag-adjust uli ng Boston. And one thing siguro, an additional ball handler. Kasi yun nga si George Hill was supposed to be that person, pero kung hindi
actually si George Hill, na-expect mo na kahit papaano alangan namang ilabas mo si Calderon, pare. I mean, alangan namang
mahirap na pagkapasok ni Smart, lumabas ng kusa ng si Calderon.
Sabi niya kay Tylo, ayoko dito kay Marcus Smart kasi grabe siya tumingin kay J.R. Smith nung after niya foulin tong si Horford eh. Parang papatayin niya si J.R. Smith eh. Tingnan pa lang niya si Calderon, baka bumalik na ng Spain tong si Jose.
Well, I think yun. Saka, I think in terms of try to get ang feel ko mag-make ng adjustment si LeBron eh. Na instead of yung ganun nga na gagawa siya kaagad ng first quarter, I think he's gonna force the issue na maka-distribute to get yung
get the other players going.
Get the other player going. I think baka itong game na to yung JR game. Wala isang may JR game.
It's kind of due na rin. I think we si Kobe, kausap ko the other cast. Yun eh. Parang may JR game or may Eric Gordon game. Yung Eric Gordon game lumabas nung game 2. 'Di ba? So, yung mga player na to may imposibleng walang laro yan na hindi nila makuha yung stroke nila eh. So obviously, game 1 and 2, hindi talaga nagpakita si J.R. Smith. Kumbaga, mas nagkaroon pa siya ng impact sa ginawa niyang flagrant foul dito kay Horford. Pero other than that, wala. I mean, yun na lang yung relevance na nabigay niya dun sa laro. Detrimental pa dun sa team niya, 'di ba? But I think either game 3 or 4 or maybe even both, makuha niya yung rhythm niya, makuha niya yung shooting stroke niya back, and magpay dividends yung kung if you see that LeBron would look to distribute more or at least early in the game bago siya talagang mag-take control and mga labaw maybe on the second half, third quarter onwards. Kasi I honestly, kung gusto kong gawin ni LeBron yun pero I think kung ako si LeBron, wala akong Kyrie, sige, distribute tayo. Pero minsan may alat din talaga minsan talagang wala hindi nakaka-shoot yung mga kakampi ko So when do you actually say na, you know what, wala na, I'm call my own number and ako na lang talaga yung gagawa, and pag umalat lang. Pero I guess yun lang naman yun when Cleveland is on, I think talagang delix ka din dito sa team na to pag nahuhulog yung ano nila yung mga tira nila
offense nila this season, di ba?
Ano yun?
Think so, di ba? Of net rating, number 1 offense sila this season.
Well, I don't know exactly the numbers, pero at least in the regular season. Tsaka hindi rin naman yan, if you look at the Indiana and Toronto series, nakiklik yung mga player nila. At least, yung mga wins, no? Doon sa Pacers din kasi, kumbaga, init-lamig din. Pag lamig, talagang, wala, tambak din sila doon. So, I think, yun lang talaga if mag-make ako na conscious effort, ako si LeBron, mag-make ako na conscious effort na mag-distribute to get others involved, they really need to, knock down yung mga binibigay na opportunities na yun. Dahil kung hindi, wala. Mache-check, mapapagod.
Nila, may nung post-game nila ni Kevin Love, there was a hint of parang frustration na parang kami na lang palaging dalawa may ganun ng
Kasi nandun naman yung production, 40-point triple-double. May mahihingi ka pa baba, di ba? Tapos, Kevin Love was there, 22 points yata. Pero wala na. After that, wala na. I think, Corver yata with 11, but that's pretty much it. And, di ba? Yung Boston, sobrang balance
Yun yung isang parang problema ng Cleveland ngayon is that, yung Boston has two-way players in every position. So 1 to 5 na pwede mong switch. Yung pag nagla-line up sila ng Rose, ng Smart, or either Smart or Rozier, tapos Brown, Tatum, Morris, Horford. Lahat yun pwede, especially pag Smart, kasi Smart kahit ilagay mo kay LeBron, nakakabantay.
Well, iba rin I mean, known naman din talaga to si Marcus Smart for his defense, yung toughness niya. Parang Pat Beverly na lang siya ng Boston, if you think about it. But, yun nga parang I was actually commenting this dun sa isang nag-comment after game number 2 na parang napaganda pa nga na wala kang Kyrie kasi hindi mo alam sino ba puputok dito, sino ba kailangan kong check-in, di ba? And Kyrie also isn't the best defender din, so pwede rin may exposure din na ma-involve kapag nandun si Kyrie sa sistema ni Brad Stevens. So, this time, parang, yun nga, two-way players, tapos, talagang they're working together dahil alam naman nila na hindi naman talaga tayo yung mga player na tipong gagawa tayo ng 40 So, unlike what Kyrie Irving is capable of. So, ngayon, talagang hindi nagkakahiyaan dahil alam nga namang ako, magcha-chuck up ako 20-25 shots per game. Hindi rin di ba?
Pag tinignan mo itong game 2, each quarter may iba yung leading scorer. Parang si Brown was hot ng first quarter, Tatum scored 9 points ng second quarter. So Rozier, tas si Horford all around ng dulo. Siguro maybe yun nga isang adjustment nila, just going back to Marcus Smart na maybe they should start forcing daring Marcus Smart to shoot na parang pag naka-mark kay Smart yung bola, sag off a little bit more, parang to medyo to choke off lang yung lanes. Try mo, patirahin. Pag pumasok, yun nga lang. Kasi pag si Marcus Smart, pag start pumasok yung it affects yung buong
I think
game
the
niya.
same way how you defend Raymond Green Parang you'd rather... Sige, I mean, kung mahulog yan, edi nahulog. I mean, ikaw na lang kaysa sina Durant, sina Curry Thompson, di ba?
In a way, yun yung yun yung parang pareho sila ni Green doon na parang nagiging nagiging parang bellwether sila ng team nila na parang pag nag-start tulad ngayon, diba, nung second game ng Golden State Houston, parang pati nanay ni Green sinasabihan na siya na tumira ka, hindi ka titira, upo ka na lang, diba? Yun yung na parang kasi if pag nag-start makascore si Green, wala na magagawa against yung offense ng Golden State, kasi you're gonna have to put a player on him, probably a big kaya niyang yung bola.
Ano rin maganda rin yung or high IQ din to si Draymond, yung passing ability niya rin underrated pa nga if you ask me.
Ganun yung nila kay Marcus Smart, kasi pag tinignan mo sa Smart itong past 2 games, he's been getting into the lane with ease, and pag nag-start ng nakapasok sa lane si Marcus Smart, yung force ka na mag-rotate to him, yun na, bubukas na yung opensa ng Boston. Kay Horford can make a play to the outside. So probably dare him to shoot. Pag uminit, yun lang.
Pero if ikaw si Tylo, yun na yung sugal na willing mo i-take.
He's less than a 30% career 3-point shooter, di ba? Sugal mo na yun.
Alright. So, I guess, yun, that's how, or at least the things that we would be looking for ng game number 3. So, ang last question ko na lang siguro sa'yo is, we were talking about this earlier. It's a 6.5 point spread favoring of course yung may home court advantage dito sa LeBron and the Cavs. Ano na lang yung prediction mo game number 3, and ano rin yung prediction mo dito sa series na to?
Well game 3 line wise, I still take Boston. I think yung 6.5. I think it's gonna be a close game at least.
Pero Boston taking game 3, or you see Cleveland getting at least one na?
Probably Cleveland would get it. I'd love for
Pero magko-cover.
I think magko-cover. If Boston gets it, it's gonna be big. I think they're gonna be playing to try and really win it. Kasi nga nangyari na sa kanila yung nangyari sa Milwaukee.
They were up 2-0, tas nag-game 7 pa yun.
Game 7, diba? So, at least I think kailangan nila panalo yung game 3. Importante. In terms of yung series-wise, actually before the series started, I was thinking Cleveland in 6 or Boston in 7. I think Boston.
You still stick with that? Or Boston/Cleveland in 7?
Ngayon, na ako. I think it's Boston in 6.
Boston in 6? Okay. Boston in 6, Boston in 7.
6 or 7.
Boston either 6 or 7.
Yeah. Ngayon, feel ko parang hindi, iba na kasi dahil nag-start na ng 2-0. So parang kung abot ng game 7, definitely nag-swing na ng sobra towards momentum ng Cleveland. So I think it's either Boston in 6, either mapanalo nila yung game 3, and then Cleveland probably wins game 4, then Boston comes home ng 5, then kaya mapanalo ng game 6. Ay, sorry, hindi. Win 5 pala yun. Ay, Cleveland wins straight, tas they win in Cleveland ng 6. Pero I think, ngayon kung mananalo yung Cleveland ng game 3, mag-start na mag-shift na puro dikit-dikit na close game, and you might see a Cleveland win in 7. Kasi momentum, masastart na nilang
never discount the king, pare. Never discount the king.
Problema.
Hindi natin pwedeng pagdudahan yan. Pero actually ako, out of na lang, gusto ko na lang Celtics yung manalo dahil I honestly think na if Cleveland yung lumusot sa finals, medyo sure ball yung West eh. I already think na sure ball yung West. Pero feel ko medyo may konting alam mo yun, may lason kapag Celtics yung makalusot. So that alone, I already favor Boston Celtics to hopefully win this series.
Kasi yun nga, like yung sabi kanina na parang ang ngayon is you're only as best as yung mo yung parang pinaka yung weakness mo na may exploit. Pag isipin mo what Boston is able to do with Kyle Korver, kung pag binigay mo kay ano yun, pag binigay mo kay Kevin Durant yun, kay ano,
Wala.
Talagang buhay. So yeah, I think mas may chance yung Boston kasi nga at least they're all switchable players.
Yep. All right. So again, I guess that wraps up itong episode number 14 natin, and the second segment or second second installation, yun hinahanap kong word second installation of the Makx Extension. So this is Maki once again, and my name is Himes, Haymz. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Kung umabot ka dito, again, yun na yung gusto nating ilagay na disclaimer dyan, kung umabot ka dito. But hopefully we will see ano yung mangyayari dito game number 3, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk about it again, maybe game number 5 or 6. Hopefully it goes that far para more entertainment and more adjustments siguro na pwede natin pag-usapan.
Alright.
Okay, so that's it.
Man.
Good night, everyone.
Alright,
Peace. We out.
Bye.
This is the Blind Minds Podcast.